Imagine this. You're standing at the crossroads of your gaming journey. The excitement is palpable, yet a shadow of doubt looms overhead. Nintendo Switch 2 has just been revealed, and your heart races with anticipation. But there's a catch. What if it's not as revolutionary as it claims to be? What if the successor to your beloved Switch isn't the leap forward you expect, but merely a polished update, an evolution instead of a revolution? What's the true cost of upgrading? Is it worth it? Or will you find yourself locked in the grips of nostalgia, questioning whether the original Switch still holds its ground in this battle of giants? In this video, we're going deep into the heart of the Switch 2, stripping away the hype and unveiling the 15 biggest differences between it and its predecessor. From the new screen to the upgraded performance, each change promises a new experience. But is it everything you've been waiting for? Or will the Switch 2 leave you wanting more, like an empty promise of a better tomorrow? Let's start with the basics, the screen. We're talking about a change that's so big, it'll leave your gaming sessions forever changed. The Switch 2's larger screen and higher resolution aren't just minor tweaks, they're game changers. Yet beneath the surface, questions linger. Does bigger really mean better? Or does this upgrade come with sacrifices that leave the soul of the original Switch behind? But that's just the beginning. We're diving into every detail, the magnetic Joy-Con, the new C button, the 4K capabilities, and more. These features aren't just stats on a tech sheet, they're promises that challenge everything we've come to expect from the Nintendo Switch. And as we uncover each of these changes, you'll begin to ask yourself, is Switch 2 the console of my dreams? Or just another distraction in the ever-growing sea of gaming tech? Hold tight, because the Switch 2 is about to face the ultimate test. Switch 1 has its charm, its simplicity, its iconic place in gaming history. But is it time to leave that all behind for something bigger, better, faster? Or is there something irreplaceable about the original, something that makes it feel like home in a world of upgrades and changes? Stay with me as we explore these 15 game-changing differences. Let's see if the Switch 2 is everything it's cracked up to be, or if it's just another fleeting dream that doesn't quite match the hype. The battle is on. The screen, arguably one of the most significant upgrades in the Switch 2, ushers in a new era of portable gaming. The original Switch's 6.2-inch display served its purpose, but the Switch 2 takes things to another level with a stunning 7.9-inch screen. That extra real estate makes all the difference. Imagine immersing yourself in a world that feels more vibrant, detailed, and expansive than ever before. But it's not just about size. The Switch 2 bumps up the resolution from 720p to a crisp 1080p, offering a much sharper image. This means clearer text, more detailed textures, and overall visuals that pop in ways the original Switch couldn't quite achieve. Whether you're racing through neon-lit streets or exploring vast open worlds, everything looks more immersive and lifelike. Now let's talk about the real game changer. VRR, variable refresh rate, and 120 FPS support. For the first time, Switch 2 offers smoother motion, reducing screen tearing and lag. This means your gaming experience is not only clearer, but also buttery smooth, particularly in fast-paced action scenes. Imagine playing your favorite game on a screen that's not just bigger, but also smoother and clearer. It's an experience that could change how you view your Switch games forever. Visually, the difference is night and day. With the Switch 2's upgraded display, gameplay feels more dynamic, more detailed. You'll notice richer colors, sharper textures, and overall, a more immersive gaming world that draws you in like never before. The Switch 2 is no longer just a console, it's an experience. Now, let's shift our focus to the Switch 2's revamped Joy-Con controllers, an area where Nintendo has introduced some bold changes. Gone is the old sliding mechanism that characterized the original Switch. In its place, a magnetic attachment system that promises a more seamless, secure connection. Detaching the Joy-Con from the console is now as easy as pressing a button, yet there's a slight uncertainty. Will the magnetic connection hold up over time, or will it simply be a passing novelty? But that's not all. The Switch 2 also introduces new sensors in the Joy-Con that bring mouse functionality into the mix. Yes, you heard that right. Now you can turn the Joy-Con sideways and use it like a mouse on a flat surface. This unique feature opens up new gameplay possibilities, especially for games that require precision and quick movements. Imagine using your Joy-Con like an old-school computer mouse to navigate menus or aim with precision in certain games. Nintendo also adds a new C button, bringing game chat features like voice and video calls right to your fingertips. Whether you're strategizing with friends or just having a casual chat while playing, the Switch 2 brings communication into the fold like never before. But here's the question. Nintendo promises a better, more intuitive gaming experience. But does the magnetic feature truly make life easier? Or is it just a gimmick that wears off after the novelty fades? Visually and ergonomically, the buttons are noticeably larger and more durable, addressing the notorious Joy-Con drift issue. The Switch 2 improves joystick stability, ensuring you spend less time battling your controller and more time enjoying the game. The overall design offers better usability, making gaming feel more comfortable and responsive than ever before. Let's dive into the Switch 2's Pro Controller, which has received a serious upgrade. Nintendo has listened to feedback and revamped the design to meet the needs of serious gamers. One of the most notable changes is the addition of the new C button, enhancing functionality and making gameplay more dynamic. You'll also find an audio jack now included, something that was sorely missing in the original Pro Controller, making it easier to connect your headphones without additional adapters. But that's not all. The Switch 2 Pro Controller introduces programmable GLGR buttons on the grips, offering a level of customization never seen before. Now you can assign any function you choose to those buttons, creating a truly personalized gaming experience. For gamers who crave control, these small changes will make a big difference in gameplay. The old Pro Controller, while a solid choice, had its limitations, most notably the lack of an audio jack and the inability to adjust buttons on the fly. With Switch 2, Nintendo has addressed these issues, pushing the Pro Controller into a new league of design and functionality. Imagine finally having the Pro Controller that not only meets your gaming needs, but also elevates your experience to new heights. The Switch 2's Pro Controller is built for comfort and precision, with larger buttons and an improved grip, making those long gaming sessions more enjoyable. The ergonomic improvements make the controller feel more natural in your hands, providing better support and ensuring a more comfortable experience, even in intense moments. It's an upgrade that feels just as good in your hands as it looks on paper. Let's talk about the heart of the Switch 2, the hardware. Specifically, the upgraded graphics that elevate your gaming experience to a whole new level. The original Switch was great, but it couldn't keep up with the demands of next-gen gaming. Enter Switch 2, equipped with 4K support, ray tracing, and DLSS, deep learning supersampling, features that were simply out of reach for the first model. With the Switch 2, 4K support transforms how your games look. Whether you're exploring open worlds or battling through intense action scenes, every detail is sharper, more defined, and more immersive. In addition, ray tracing brings lifelike lighting and reflections, creating a world that feels more real than ever. It's a visual feast for gamers who crave realism, with dynamic environments that react to light, shadows, and surfaces in ways that were never possible on the original Switch. On top of that, DLSS boosts frame rates and performance, allowing Switch 2 to run even the most demanding games smoother than ever before. Whether you're playing new titles or revisiting your favorite Switch classics, the upgrade in graphical fidelity and smoothness is immediately noticeable. Switch 2 isn't just about playing games. It's about experiencing them at a level you've never seen before. The difference is stark. Imagine going from the original Switch's more basic visuals to the sharp, crisp 4K experience, complete with ray tracing effects. It's a leap that sets Switch 2 apart from anything Nintendo has released before. In gaming, audio is often just as important as visuals, creating the atmosphere and immersion that make every moment unforgettable. The Switch 2 takes a significant leap in this department, offering an audio experience that feels more alive and dynamic than ever before. The Switch 2 features enhanced speakers that deliver louder, clearer, and more detailed sound, whether you're playing in handheld mode or docked. The biggest upgrade, however, comes in the form of 3D audio support. This feature elevates the gaming experience by making sound feel like it's coming from all directions. Whether it's the footsteps of enemies behind you or the roar of a dragon in the distance, you'll feel more immersed in the game world than ever before. When compared to the original Switch, the Switch 2's audio is night and day. The previous model had decent sound, but the Switch 2 box's improved speaker system fills the room with a richer, more vibrant tone, enhancing everything from action-packed moments to emotional story scenes. The sound of your favorite game is now more immersive, detailed, and vibrant. Will you hear the difference? 3D audio takes your gaming to new heights, turning every sound into an experience that pulls you deeper into the action, making every moment feel more intense and alive. One of the most crucial upgrades in the Switch 2 is its massive boost in storage. The original Switch came with just 32 GB of internal storage, far too little for the growing number of larger games. But with the Switch 2, Nintendo has stepped up with a substantial 256 GB of storage, giving you much more space for your game library. This upgrade means less time spent worrying about what to delete to make room for new titles and more time spent playing. With more space, you can store a wider variety of games, including larger, high-quality titles that were previously too big to fit on the original Switch. But there's more. The Switch 2 also uses the new microSD Express cards, which are a significant improvement over the previous microSD cards. These cards offer faster read and write speeds, allowing for quicker game installations and load times, which means you can dive into your games faster than ever before. Finally, you'll never have to worry about running out of space again. Store more of your favorite games and enjoy faster load times. The Switch 2 not only gives you more room, but also delivers smoother gameplay, letting you spend less time waiting and more time playing. The difference in performance is immediately noticeable, from faster load times to smoother transitions between games. Now let's talk about one of the most talked about aspects of the Switch 2, its battery life. With all the new power and upgrades, it was inevitable that the battery performance would take a hit. The Switch 2's battery life now ranges from 2 to 6.5 hours, a noticeable reduction compared to the Switch 1's, which could last between 4 to 10 hours depending on usage. While the new hardware promises better performance, it comes at the cost of a shorter playtime. Charging times have also seen a slight change. The Switch 2 now requires around 3 hours to fully charge, which is similar to the original Switch's charging time. However, with the increased graphical power and features like 4K output, the question becomes, does the trade-off in battery life really make sense? With all the enhanced graphics, 3D audio, and smoother gameplay, Switch 2's is certainly a powerhouse, but will it be enough to make up for fewer hours of gaming on the go? With all that power under the hood, will you be okay with a shorter battery life? Or will the new features and upgrades make it all worth it? To give you a clearer picture, imagine playing a demanding 3D game on Switch 1 for about 5 hours versus only getting 3 hours on the Switch 2 with the same type of game. The new Switch gives you better visuals, but you'll have to plan your charging time more carefully. The Switch 2 introduces some key changes to the dock, which might seem like a small update, but it actually enhances your overall gaming experience. The new dock is physically larger than the one for the original Switch, and it now includes a built-in Ethernet port for a wired LAN connection. This is a game changer for online gaming, where stable, fast internet connections can make all the difference. The addition of the Ethernet port is especially important for heavy online players, as it eliminates the potential lag and connectivity issues that can occur when relying solely on Wi-Fi. This makes the Switch 2 a more reliable option for competitive online gaming, where every millisecond counts. Whether you're playing fast-paced shooters or participating in large-scale multiplayer battles, the stability offered by a wired connection could give you the edge. Switch 2 isn't just about the games, it's about how you connect with the world around you. This new dock could make your gaming experience even smoother, with fewer interruptions and faster data transfer. Visually, the Switch 2 dock is bulkier, and when you compare it to the old version side by side, you can see the added Ethernet port and overall larger design. It's a simple yet practical upgrade that focuses on improving your connection to both the game and your opponents. Now, we come to the most crucial question. Is the Switch 2 worth the upgrade? With the original Switch launching at $299, Switch 2 coin comes in at a significantly higher price of $449. That's a $150 jump, and while it might make you hesitate, it's important to consider what you're getting for that extra cost. The Switch 2 offers cutting-edge hardware, 4K support, smoother performance, and enhanced gameplay features that the original model simply couldn't provide. The upgraded screen, improved Joy-Cons, better storage, and the added Ethernet port are just a few of the benefits that justify the higher price tag. These upgrades bring the Switch 2 closer to competing with other next-gen consoles, while still maintaining the hybrid portability Nintendo is known for. However, it's also worth considering that potential tariffs could drive the price up even further before it hits the market. This could add additional cost for consumers, which is an important factor to keep in mind. Is the extra $150 worth it for the 4K graphics, better performance, and all the new features? Only you can decide. Visually, the jump in price makes sense when you break down the value offered by the Switch 2 Switch. With all its new features, the Switch 2 Switch promises a more robust, future-proof gaming experience. But ultimately, the choice is yours. So after all these upgrades, the question remains, which Switch is right for you? The Switch 2 offers some major improvements: bigger and better display, enhanced audio, faster performance, and a 4K experience. With new features like magnetic Joy-Con controllers, a more durable Pro controller, and a stronger focus on online gaming with Ethernet support, it's clear that Switch 2 is a leap forward. However, with a higher price tag and some trade-offs, like reduced battery life, you might still be wondering if it's worth the jump. The original Switch, while lacking the next-gen bells and whistles, still offers solid performance at a much more affordable price. If you're happy with the Switch 1's hybrid design and gameplay, the older model still offers great value. Ultimately, the decision comes down to what you prioritize: cutting-edge hardware and immersive gameplay, or a more budget-friendly option with a familiar, tried-and-tested design. Let us know your thoughts. Are you ready to embrace the Switch 2's exciting new features, or will you hold on to the original for a little longer? Drop your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. The Nintendo Switch 2 is here, but does it have what it takes to dethrone the original? Let us know if you're ready for the upgrade or if you'll stick with the classic.